Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and it's been busy already. I got up about, I don't know, 3:30, quarter to 4, something like that. I unloaded my truck. I had 200 pounds of lime, 4 little 50-pound bags. I had to get those unloaded. 50-pound bag of diatomaceous earth. I had a 50-pound bag of layer pellets and 2 bales of straw. So I've allocated everything everywhere it's supposed to be. I took some back in the wheelbarrow to the chicken barn. I put some here in the back of the summer kitchen. And then I've already done Tashir's kennel. I took it apart, cleaned it really well, put lime down, and then put straw over top of the lines so it wouldn't aggravate her. I shoved straw into her box now that we're having really dark or cooler evenings. I want her to be a little more nesty. I don't think she likes it, but guess what? We have to do something for her. I have to come up with something better for her. So we're going to try this for a couple of days and see how she likes that. But when I get home today, I'm going to be baking 2 chickens and giving her a bath. So while the chickens are in the oven, I'm going to be giving her a bath so that way I can make some cat food and dog food and let the chickens have the chicken carcasses to pick off of today. So yesterday was busy. I had to take my husband to do his eye appointment. And then when he got finished with that, we went into Kroger. He got a vaccination. We got him some eye drops. They gave him a coupon to get some off on the specific eye drop that he wanted. I mean, it was over $9 even with a coupon. So I was like, so I invested in his eye care. But while we were in there, I said, come on, let's do a quick round. He looked around. He's like, yeah, I can do this because there's not a whole lot of people here. So I was like, just follow me. So we went and we got 2 chickens for the price of 1. That is the Tyson full line sale. We got some of that. I found some frozen chicken nuggets and wings that were marked down. I grabbed a bunch of those to put in the freezer. Um, I found some fresh vegetables and fruit. Got some of that in there. Um, so Friday will be my in-store shop. I haven't decided if I want to go to Kroger, if I want to go to JC. I'd prefer to go to JC, but I'm going to have to look at the ad again and find out which one had the better deals or sales that would benefit us. Being prepared in this administration is absolutely a must. You must prepare for this administration. I'm getting my medications straightened out. I'm getting, my doctor stuff all straightened out, figuring out where I am, what I'm doing, how can I make this not hurt as bad. I'm working on that. Making certain that you have all of your vaccinations now before they're no longer, you better do it. Speaking of vaccinations, there is a law that your pets must be vaccinated for rabies. If anti-vaxxers are not vaccinating their animals, I want them turned in. Just saying. You don't want to allow me to get vaccinations that I need, that I want, that I feel more secure with. And I also vaccinate my animals for those things as well that they need to be vaccinated from. But if you know someone who is not vaccinating their animals for rabies, you need to turn them in. Go to your animal control, your dog control department, go to wherever you need to go, because that's very important. Heck, you might even be able to go to your state wildlife management, because that also goes hand in hand. So, just saying, if you're not vaccinating your animals and I find out about it, guess what? I'm turning your ass in. Just saying. MAGA wants to play this, oh, we don't want vaccinations, and it's causing me not to be able to get vaccinated. Guess what? We're going to war about your animals being vaccinated, period. Maybe that sounds petty, but guess what? That's what all of this is petty. Stupid. It really does annoy me. Are they getting their animals vaccinated if they're anti-vax for their children and for their family and themselves? I've talked about this before, so I'm going to move on. I don't understand it. But anyway, the school shooting. Now, the only reason MAGA will talk about this school shooting and not any of the other ones is because of who did the shooting. That's what they base their conversations about school shootings on. Who was the perpetrator? That's all they care about. They don't talk about the children that got shot, terrorized. I don't remember being terrorized as a child. I don't remember having to go through gun safety or having a bucket of cat litter in a closet in the classroom just in case we had to hunker down for shootings, and that way we had a toilet. But they want to turn that toilet into a cat box, cat litter, and make it that we're supplying Furbies or furries or whatever they are with a cat box to go potty in. They never look at what's going on, and it really annoys me. We need to stop these children from getting slaughtered in school. I can't imagine sending my child to school and that child having his or her fruit roll ups and a peanut butter sandwich and a little snack cake with a little sign that says "I love you, Mom," and then them getting murdered in school. I, it, but the only reason MAGA will talk about this is because of who did it and their sexual identity. I, I'm really at a loss of words because I am absolutely, I was horrified when I saw what was going on. Horrified. Children at Mass in prayer being massacred. It doesn't matter who does it, it matters on how we are going to save our children from living a life of a school war zone. I, I don't get it. I don't get it. You're worried about the children. They're being indoctrinated by trans. They're being, oh my gosh, just all of that bullshit. But when it comes to them being shot, murdered, terrorized, we just thoughts and prayers. How about solutions? We have masked bounty hunters terrorizing people, breaking their car windows to get at them and to find out that they're U.S. citizens that they've taken off the streets and have detained in detainment centers for hours until they're released. Drawing guns and shooting at vehicles with children in them. This country is in a shambles. And so being prepared for this country, not only economically, but your safety and the fact that we have to protest. And he's wanting to make this a martial law country. When will he come after your Second Amendment in order to control it? Because I'm going to tell you that after a while, MAGA's going to see what's truly going on. And those are the folks that are armed to the teeth. These are the folks that when they come out, as you saw in January 6th, super aggressive, beating up cops, pooping in the Capitol building, threatening to kill the vice president. These are the same people that are masked out on the streets having a go at people that have brown skin. Don't matter if you're a U.S. citizen or not. Not to mention, they're taking away citizenship from people that have been here. Let's save the children. Let's save our country. Let's speak out. Because when MAGA turns on the Trump regime, which I believe there will be some turning on the Trump regime, these are the ones who will be the violent ones. So to Trump, when you piss off your people to a point when they turn on you, those are the ones you're going to have to watch being dangerous. He's worried about the black people in Washington, D.C. protesting. He wanted to shoot them the last time. Donald Trump is a racist, sexist piece of garbage. And those who follow him, well, you're garbage too. MAGA is garbage. MAGA Christians are anti-Christ-like. There's just too much. I can't understand how MAGA is so stupid. I can't understand how you cannot see beyond what this demented piece of crap tells you. You have to look beyond. Those that voted for economics, boy, the economic situation sure is getting better, huh? If our country had been in an economic situation where it's propped up on sticks, he wouldn't be building a ballroom. He wouldn't have had a parade. He wouldn't be grifting off of you. Still, he grifts off you for donations. For what? He breaks the law every day that he does stuff against the Constitution. And I hope like hell that we turn the seats around, that can be turned around, so that we can have some accountability for what he's done, what he's doing, and what he plans to do. There's so much to talk about all of this. You know, I spend tons in vet bills, and I make sure that my animals are vaccinated. I make sure that my husband is vaccinated. I make sure that I am vaccinated. I want to be vaccinated. If you don't, fine. But Bobby Kennedy, you're a piece of shit. Bobby Kennedy is a piece of shit. Donald Trump is a piece of shit. And you're making this a shitty country. Yeah, we're garbage now. Do you know why we're garbage? Because no one wants to come here. No one wants to be here that doesn't have to be. This is my country. I'm not leaving. And I hear MAGA say, well, we are the majority. No, you're not. And it's getting smaller and smaller with every executive order that steps on the toes of those who didn't realize or aren't smart enough to realize what they voted for. I know this is all over the place, but when I see children slaughtered in school, and I see Bobby Kennedy taking away my option to have vaccination, when I see these crooked, evil people treating people less than animals on the streets, and I see fear, but I also see people with strong integrity and voices speaking out and protesting. But I fear for you. I fear what's going to happen. Will more MAGA take to the street to help ICE and go to protests that are and be armed and start start massacring people in the streets that are protesting, that is a fear. And when the president said the last time that he wanted to shoot people for protesting, if you are not prepared right now as far as much food and medical as you can get, um, make certain that everything that you need to do that could change is done. Making sure that you can handle what's to come. We haven't even been in it a year yet, and there's 3 more to go. Do what you have to do to be prepared. Businesses are closing, laying off people. It did not help the job market. It has not helped business in the United States of America. Small businesses are going under because of tariffs. MAGA, you voted for this and you are responsible for this. So, MAGA Christians, MAGA representatives, MAGA leaders, you will be punished in the end. Everything that is being done against the Constitution and against our law here, we're watching. We're keeping tabs. And when we turn it around and we go after the MAGA representatives who have unconstitutionally set forth laws, you will be held accountable. Eventually, those men who are on the Epstein list will be held accountable. It will happen. Be prepared. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I gotta go. Bye, y'all.